And I'll tell you guys since we're all friends. Every character I write has a piece of me in them. Hi, I'm Lee Bardugo. You're listening to the Grisha Cast.
Welcome to GrishaCast, episode 166. In this episode, we will be reviewing Hellbent chapters 45 to the end. This is your host, Eric.
And I'm Terry from Nashville, Tennessee. This is your podcast for all things Grishaverse.
A world created by our blue flamer, Lee Bardugo. Muy bien, you casters.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
What's up? We got some cities.
I thought you were going to forget there for a second.
Nope.
First, we have Brooklyn Park, Minnesota.
Oh, come on, yay. That's one. Oh. And then we're going to Neuss, Germany. Neuss. Oh, yep. I messed it up. I'm going to start over. Neuss, Germany. Yay.
Yay, thank you.
Thanks. Thank you. Totally. Oof. Goodness gracious.
You said your note.
I did say my note. Oops.
Whoops.
That was a big...
Whoops.
Got my P's. Pronounce your P's and your T's. So, hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I am great. How are you? Why? I don't know why I'm saying it like that.
Because I started it, I think.
You started this mess.
I did. And this is where we are now.
Yeah. There's a couple of really exciting things that's happening right now.
Oh.
First new music came out from my favorite band. There's 2 new songs. So exciting.
Since
and
last week?
It happened last night at midnight. 2 songs came out.
Okay.
So freaking excited. And they have a music video that incorporates both of the songs back to back. And it's a whole storyline. Oh, it's just perfection.
Fancy pants.
So I've been listening to it all day long. So probably 8 hours of the songs over and over again just to learn the words, because the show is tomorrow and I know they're going to play the song. So I needed to know those words.
You got to be ready.
Yeah. But tomorrow is also Alden's birthday. He's turning 16 and he's going to the show. But he finished Ninth House.
Oh.
So I picked him up from theater rehearsal and he gets in the car and he goes, "He's a demon. He's a demon." And I was like, "What are you talking about, love?"
Yeah.
And he's like,
right.
"Darlington, gentleman demon."
Oh, that's amazing.
So he's got Hellbent in his little hot hands right now. So
He is ready.
yeah, he's zooming through books.
He is.
Yeah. I just bought the entire set of Maze Runner because he really enjoyed Hunger Games. He liked that kind of fight for your life kind of thing. Yeah. So I ordered the Maze Runner series for him because that's kind of along the same.
Similar.
Yeah. So yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun things happening.
Well, a fun thing that happened to me since is I got to see Barbie finally.
Oh my gosh.
Yay, I know. I was really excited about it. And it was, as you said, fantastic, amazing, love it. I would go see it in the theater many times.
100%.
It's so good. So I really, 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 really loved it.
Mm-hmm.
So many aspects of it.
It's so much deeper than you think it's going to be.
It is. And I think actually a younger audience would probably get confused towards the end.
Yeah.
I don't think
that's what I thought too. This is an adult movie.
It is.
It's got adult themes. I mean, not mature themes like sex and violence and all that, but
they'd get bored, I think, at the end.
Societal themes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was fantastic. And Ken is amazing. Right? Ryan Gosling does the best job. He hands down nailed it.
Yes.
And in so many, it was unexpectedly amazing. He just does so good. I loved it. And then I really loved all the everything in there, all the characters. They didn't add characters. They're real Barbies.
Yeah.
And I love Alan.
Yes, bless Alan's heart.
And Alan is real.
Yeah.
I think that's...
I watched a whole thing on Alan. Like I went down a rabbit hole and there was a whole video about like his history and how many times they tried to bring him back. And
poor Alan did not make it.
Yeah.
Just and Ken and his beach.
But I love that like Alan was like with the Barbies.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. It was so good.
I know, and I don't want to ruin it for anybody that
No.
hasn't seen it. But if you haven't, I promise you that whatever you're thinking this movie might be, it's not.
No.
It's really good. It really is surprisingly good. My husband even enjoyed it.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Aw.
And I really didn't expect him to want to go, but he did.
Yeah, I think they did a really good job of hiding what the storyline was.
Yes.
And they just really focused on like cute pink Barbie, whatever. And so I really had no idea. But like when I went to see it, I was blown
It
away.
surprises you.
It really does. And there were so many times where the whole theater, like everyone in the audience, we all gasped at the same time. We all were like, at the same time. We all giggled at the same time. It was like this moment where all the women in the theater at the same time like had these moments together, and it was so awesome. And I had this man like kind of sitting next to me, and I was very happily surprised that he was like going along with it too and laughing at certain parts. Because I can see now like why a lot of the men were outraged. I mean,
Men
they
were
shouldn't
outraged
be.
about
Oh
it?
yeah.
What?
Oh, 100%.
Ugh.
Like
that
it
is
was,
exactly
it caused
the
a
problem.
massive thing, like all over social media of like all the
Ew.
cis men losing their freaking minds over it.
Oh, heaven forbid there be a movie that could like
Right.
inspire women, girls. I mean, just
That puts a magnifying glass on like how women have been treated.
exactly. And that's what's so cool. That's what
Yeah.
this movie actually really is about. I mean, and so many other things, but it's just, yeah, it's surprising. I
Eric,
can't believe that.
you're Knuff.
Oh, thanks. I love it. I really want that sweatshirt.
Laramie and I went to a bar right after the movie. It was just down the sidewalk from the movie theater. And this other couple like came in and sat next to us. And they were like, we just saw the best movie. They're talking to the bartender. And they're both just like going on and on and on about like this incredible movie that they just saw. And they're going to watch it 100 times. And Laramie was like, what movie did you just watch? And they're like, and he looks at us and he was like, Barbie. And we're like, we just saw it too. And he's like, you know what? I'm Knuff. Like he was so excited. It was so cute.
It's an amazing, like I love, and I want that sweatshirt that he wears, which I'm sure that says I'm Knuff.
Knuff, yeah. I want the whole like outfit.
Everything.
Like I want everything when he's in his dojo, like with the furry vest, long vest thing. Like I want that whole look.
I want his when he falls into the car with Barbie, and he's in this big pink. It's this huge.
Like a jump, or
It's a jumpsuit,
like a jogging pair. Like yeah.
But it's like pink, and I think it says Barbie on it or something. I don't know. It's just
I know
it's so good.
It's so good.
So good, and surprisingly so good. And I'm so glad to know that it is really doing really well.
Yeah. It's like staying in the theaters. Like it's been in the theaters much longer than a lot of things.
And I think it surprised everybody.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you're right. The preview does not tell you anything.
No.
It makes it actually like, which I think is brilliant because so many people I think it made a younger audience geared to go see it.
Uh-huh.
And then all of a sudden, all the like, everything comes out. Like you start hearing like, this is a really good movie. And it's like, you hear it from and it's like,
yeah,
what?
all your friends are like, you have to go see it.
Right. It was because you had talked to me, and that night, that's right, after we had, it was last week, after the podcast, I talked to my mom and my cousin, and she started telling me how it was amazing. And I was like, okay, that's it.
Yeah.
I was like, I've already heard it from so many people. I want to see it, but now I'm gonna go see it. Like, Gonna go see it before in theaters. Have to. So
So good.
so good. So that was another thing. I've started. I don't know why. I really love that Rings of Power show. I've watched it. I think now like 4 or 5 times
Wow.
in a row. Like I well, not in a row. I mean, like, but I really love that show.
Clearly.
Yeah, I know. The music is just so good. I know I talked about it a long time ago, but I'm fascinated by that show. So I just finished that again.
Well, there you go.
I know. But
I did like 1 month of Peacock so that I could catch up on Yellowstone because I hadn't seen the last season of Yellowstone. So I had to go catch up.
Aw.
So I'm in the middle of the last season, which I think is going to be like the last season, is what I read. There's going to be no more Yellowstone, but they're going to do some like another prequel.
another one besides the like 18 whatever.
1883 is the best.
I just have it. Chris and I started it, and we liked it, but we got into the second season, but something happened where I don't know.
Yellowstone is not as great to me. I really like 1883. That's my favorite one.
Do you need to watch Yellowstone to understand
No.
it? Okay, good.
No, I watched that one first. I watched 1883 first because it goes 1883 and then 1923,
Oh wow.
and then Yellowstone is like present day.
Yeah.
But 1883, I loved it, and then I was reading the director's notes, and I fell in love with it even more, and I had to go watch it again. They filmed it very authentically. There was no makeup, no deodorant, no
Oh wow.
like all the women had to wear every single layer that a woman in that time would have worn. They weren't allowed to brush their hair. So many of the actors thought they were going to die out there because it was like super hot.
I bet.
And like they had to actually live authentically as they were filming this thing. So,
oh no.
so it's like you could see all the grit and dirt on their
Yeah.
face. And like, so a lot of the reactions they have to things are real. So then like knowing that and watching through it,
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know. I thought it was
That's really
really,
cool.
really good. Taylor Sheridan, I think, is the director. Like he does good work. But like, I like period
Yeah, of course.
shows anyway. And then I always think that like that was just 7 years before my great grandmother was born, and that just blows my mind too.
Right.
But
Your connection. Yeah, that's really. I think that is a really cool way to also be able to get actors and actresses into parts too.
Yeah.
It helps. I think they appreciate it because it helps them.
and that was Tim McGraw and his wife. It starts with an F. But
Faith
anyway,
Hill. No.
Faith
yeah?
Hill.
That is right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like they
Wait a
disappear.
minute. Faith Hill's in it?
Yeah. She's like
Oh.
the main, not the main, but like
she's
she's
in
a
it.
main character.
Okay.
It's actually really, I highly
I think it's on
recommend it.
Paramount Plus.
Yes. Which is weird. Like Yellowstone is on Peacock, but then 1883 and 1923 are on Paramount. Anyway,
Hey.
I'm sure this is thrilling talk for everybody.
Yeah. Hi,
But we
Grishaverse.
we just gave you a long list of things that you need to go check out.
Exactly.
You're welcome.
Thank you. You're welcome. Exactly.
We live such exciting lives that like
We
we talk
do.
about TV and movies
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
concerts.
We all up in this gig. So, getting right up into our gig of Hellbent,
The end of it.
we're here.
It's so weird.
We really kind of I thought it was kind of amazing also that because we didn't really, when we put these the chapters that we're going to cover together for each podcast, we didn't really look at it or any of that.
No.
And really we stopped last week, ended right at that huge climactic
Uh-huh.
part. And now it's just I don't know.
Things just work out for us on this.
They do.
Like
Yes.
just like as we were going through, we didn't know that we were also dividing the chapters up perfectly to do 3 every time either. So
Yeah.
things just work out for us with
They
this.
do. Thank you again. So it is I really enjoyed reading this the second time, I think, just because I really there are things in this that also I did not catch. Was there so it doesn't matter, we can jump all over the place.
Yeah.
The whole familiar Michelle, I did not connect that Michelle that they just figured out that Michelle was Anselm's familiar.
I forgot that they used the word familiar, but I remember
That
how she died and like the
Right.
whatever, but I don't remember like the use of the word familiar.
it threw me. I was like, whoa, I did not, because I mean 45, it's just kind of them getting back. I feel like
But
there's
wait, hold on a second. It wasn't
all right. Did I say
Anselm's familiar. It was Raiders
Raiders? Okay, sorry.
familiar.
Oh,
That's why she had the fang marks on her neck because
okay.
he drained her.
Okay, so I'm getting the
Because
words
he
down.
promised her eternal life. Like he promised her that she would like live forever, and so she was feeding off of that as a human, and he was feeding off of her believing
Okay.
in that.
So is there another name for Ryder? Why am I confusing?
Linus.
Linus Ryder. Okay.
He's the vampire.
Right, he's the vampire. And what? Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I did totally put the wrong. Yeah. Okay. In my head, I just put the wrong name in my notes.
Anselm is Golgoroth.
Yes, that's Golgoroth. That's the wrong name. That was just I was like, oh my God, did I really completely confuse myself? No, I just
You did, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's nuts. And I think it is surprising when they do find her, like, I mean, in the trunk. That is.
Yeah, that's in the trunk of the Mercedes.
Exactly. And I think it's like that fear that she has, like, because all of a sudden it's there out of nowhere. And she's like, how did this get here?
Yeah.
And
Dawes is like, there's probably a bomb in it.
yeah, she was very. Like,
That's random.
It's really, I don't know. It was a surprise. I mean, we knew that Michelle died because we had read it before. But I mean, I feel like it's definitely, when I read it for the first time, that was a huge, like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, how did that happen? Like, and the whole, like, I mean, this time also was the first time that I caught the fact that she had the whole, like, I mean, the vampire hickey. Like,
yeah.
And I don't know. I missed that somehow. But one thing that I thought, actually, when I heard this line, I thought of you because you do like cats, and I'm not a big cat person, but I thought this was an amazing line. Like all cats, Cosmo would arrive when he wanted to, and not a moment before. That was just in the chapter when Darlington was trying to find Cosmo. And I just thought that was like brilliant because I was like, that is cats in a nutshell.
I mean, it depends.
Okay.
My cat, I have one cat that will 100% like let me do whatever, and he'll come when I call him. I think it depends on like how attached they are to their person, but yeah, you can't force a cat to do anything.
Yeah.
Which is one reason why I love them, because I'm like, same.
We get it. We get you.
Same.
I think of my mom's cat, Yelled, and that thing is, oh, Lord. I don't know. That thing is something. But anyways, that's why I was just like, that is...
Yelled rubbed up on me the last time I was there. So
Yelled is really weird. Yelled is...
He's a
cat.
He's a cat.
Really pretty cat. But it has
He's
a
a
crazy
Russian
mom.
blue.
Has a crazy mom.
That's probably one reason why he's crazy.
Or why he just stays away from people.
Yeah.
Like, until he like really feels you out, because he's like,
this is what I know of humans, and they're crazy.
yeah. I don't know if I
Love
really...
you, Judy.
Yeah, don't want to go traveling in a pillowcase. So that's not really my favorite mode of transportation.
No.
So I don't care how much you say you love me. It's not comfortable in here. Sorry. Just
throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Okay, so with the whole because we've talked about Linus killing Michelle, Alex is like bound and determined to make him suffer now.
Oh yeah.
Like she's on the rampage of this now. She's like, no.
Oh yeah. She's pissed.
Yeah.
And it's really felt through it. Like, I mean, it's just like you read it and you're like, yeah, she is.
Yeah,
like,
she is not happy.
This was the one, like, I don't know. It's like almost just seems like it's weird to think that this was the last thing that kind of like threw her over the edge.
Yeah.
Because it's like
they weren't
Michelle.
close.
Right.
It wasn't like Dawes or anything. So
I don't know. I think maybe she's just like, I mean, it is another person that she's taking responsibility for, saying like, I'm the one that pretty much killed this person.
Yeah.
And I mean,
and she's probably like, because she was not really, well, kind of. She was a little fearful of Linus.
yes.
And then they just went through all this stuff with demons and everything else. And I think she's tired of like the demons always getting ahead or
Yeah.
like always being there. Like they just can't get rid of them. And so she's just like, you know what? Damn it. We're ending this.
And so the Linus thing, like, I mean, when we're talking about her being scared of it, actually, I really don't think I realized until these chapters until we saw it was Turner who was bringing it up to Darlington, how he had never seen Alex so scared until that moment. He had seen her like do all these
Yeah.
different things, like people beat her up, want to kill her, but like he had never seen her so scared until he picked her up from running away from Linus.
I
I
really enjoyed that scene because it's really one of the only ones where we see Alex taken out of it. And it's a conversation that she's not a part of, that we're privy to, but it's from all of these chapters of Alex hating herself and hating what she's done to other people. There are these two people that are close to her that are showing concern for her, and not to her face,
Right.
but like, so that's like genuine concern. So like, I enjoyed that bit was there, because you
Agreed.
get the feeling that they do care.
They do.
Yeah.
And it's amazing because it's Darlington and Turner's perspective.
Yeah.
And there's just like, and there's not cute, but there's parts of it where Darlington doesn't believe almost like that, because Turner's saying something and Darlington's like, well, that doesn't sound like Alex. And he's like, oh, well, she didn't say that. She was saying it because she was pretending to be me. She would say this. And I don't know. I loved hearing Darlington say, now that sounds like Alex.
Yeah.
Like
He knows.
They know each other.
her
Exactly.
Little nuances. Yeah.
And it's nice to feel that for a character who is having such a struggling time.
Yeah.
Feeling, I mean, she's very confident in herself, and that's a good thing, but I feel like she's just, she's so fearful of other things, I think.
She constantly talks about how everyone would be better off away
Without
from her.
Right.
That she can only bring grief and destruction. Yeah.
Right. She's got the confidence that I would like. I love her confidence. I just, it's hard to hear that someone with that much confidence thinks that they don't need to be a part of other people's lives.
I feel like sometimes a lot of people that are very, very independent because they've had to be are kind of like that, like they don't think they can rely on other people. So they become strong and confident in quotation marks and a certain way where like to the outside world, they're like tough and whatever. But then in their own brain, they're like, I don't need anybody.
Yep.
And they're just going to hate being around me anyway. So screw it. So I think that might have something to do with it too. Just like the way that she grew up and kind of grew into this independence, like forced independence.
She's a survivor, as that's been a huge part of this book. And like, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. And I love that Darlington also is a survivor. Mm-hmm. But they're two totally different types of survivors. Yeah. But at the same time, also very much mesh well and have a lot of the same attributes and things. Like it's really interesting to read that stuff. So I don't know if this is like, I mean, these 3 chapters, like they had like, there just wasn't my favorite part, I think, and where I laughed out loud like so many times was the last chapter, Trip.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. I seriously laughed out loud, listened to the audio, which even cracked me up more hearing it. So funny. Did you I loved it. I thought him coming back, I just was laughing my butt off.
Do you remember in the 90s there was a movie with Fred, what's his name from the Wonder Years? It was called Little Monsters.
Oh my gosh, I've never seen that.
Okay, well,
I know
you
what
need
you're
to
talking
watch
about
it.
though.
But Trip reminded me of like that movie.
Okay.
So you'll need to watch it.
I will.
But just the way that he's talking.
He is.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So we all know, we've all thought Trip was dead.
Mhm.
Alex thought Trip was dead. They finally decide we're going to go to his apartment. We're going to find and see what's going on. And when they get there, like, it scares you at first. Well, not scares you, but there's a vampire there. And they're like, oh my God. And then the vampire's like, Darlington, is that you, bro?
What's up, bruh?
It is so funny to me. I loved when that one Trip had no clue that he was a vampire. He's like,
Yeah.
I knew something was wrong. I haven't taken a shit in like who knows how long. And it was just like, that was so funny to me. Like,
And the whole time where he's like, I'm really hungry. And they're like, are you going to eat us? And he's like, no.
But I want to.
But I want to. But maybe.
Some of it was like,
yeah.
Literally, like, if you, as long as, I think it's important that you've met that person before.
Yeah.
And, you know, we were in high school in the 90s. So
Oh, yeah.
those people are just vividly in my head when, I don't know whether it was Alex or Dawes that asked him what he had been doing the last 2 weeks. And he was like, just playing video games, watching ridiculousness.
Yeah.
Sleeping a lot. And then when they asked him what he had been eating, bugs. It's a delicacy though. Like it's, I do have the funniest part I think that Alex says is where I think it's her and Turner. They're all discussing whether like to keep him or whatever. Here it is. Okay. What have you been eating? Dawes asked her, voice strained. Bugs mostly, but they're a delicacy in some countries, right? What if we didn't kill him? Alex asked. You have to be kidding, Turner exclaimed. He's a loaded weapon. He's barely a squirt gun. That line, he's barely a squirt gun, I thought was hilarious. Did that surprise you? I thought that was so funny. He's barely a squirt gun. Compared to a loaded weapon. That's hilarious. Okay.
I love how like certain things will like
crack me up.
Or like, you know, like certain things will like tickle us that like just catch us funny.
Yeah. And then I try to read it and I'm like, ugh. And then another part that was funny when he's like, oh, should I put some tunes on? Got the Red Hot Chili Peppers double album. And then Alex is like, maybe we should kill him.
Yeah.
Loved it. And then I'll finally get to my very last, like, I can end this Trip story. But the whole last part where it's shit, man. Oh yeah, hold on. I gotta read this too. I'm not gonna read it as well, but we'll get you back to Il Baston and see what I can find and see what I can feed you. Oh man, thank you. But you're going to have to change, Alex said. Of course, I know I haven't been the most responsible member of the team, but I believe in transformative growth. Clothes, Trip. You're going to have to change clothes. That was so funny to me. But we'll continue. Shit, man, absolutely. What did I say? You're all right, Alex. He put up his hand for a fist bump. I just really want to eat you. Alex nudged her knuckles against his. I know, buddy. Okay. Yeah, that is two. It's Alex and him corresponding, and I just I loved it. I just really want to eat you. I know, buddy.
I know, buddy.
I know. It's too much. It is. It's way too much. But yeah, so I mean, that's what the end chapter was for me. But I know that we did have like a very big moment where we kind of know where the next story is going.
Yeah, because a creature appears.
Right. And it kind of reminds me of like the gargoyles. Like it just seems like almost actually kind of reminds me of Nikolai's monster a little bit. The way it's flying around.
I could see that.
But yeah, so this random monster is flying around and it's not Anselm, who they thought it was, right? Or they thought it was Ryder.
Yeah, but it's
Ryder.
Golgarat.
Right. And they then figure out...
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, it's not. They don't know who it is.
That's right.
Yeah, they have no clue who this is.
But I got confused because I have Golgarat in my notes. but it wasn't Golgorat.
But Golgorat was the one that kept the door open.
Because he drank her blood, like when he bit her. So then he used that blood to keep the
door
portal like open to hell. So now all these demons are able to just like
fly in and out,
go out. So that's where we get like the very last line. The very last line of Ninth House was like, who's ready to go to hell?
Right.
In that general sense.
Yeah.
And now this one is, let's give them hell.
Yep.
So I think that's fun that like both books end like we're going to hell or give them hell. So
exactly.
Yeah, that was really fun. And now we got to wait.
We do. And we don't have any news about it, like whatsoever. We have no clue.
And Lee, I don't know if she's working on anything because I know that she's really strongly involved in the strike that's going on. Yeah. I know that she's been volunteering for that. So I haven't heard a whole lot. And now that Alden is reading Hellbent, I was like, now you're finally going to like feel our pain of reading a book and then having to wait for the next one.
Exactly. And not knowing when it's going to come out or anything.
Yeah.
I know that she's got to have started it. I know that when I saw her for her book signing for this book, she said that she was like there's another work that she was working on that was historical fiction and like so it's coming. We know that because she's always said that this was a trilogy.
Yes.
And so I mean we gotta wait. And
so one thing that it's a very small thing, but the magic carpet that they talk about.
Oh my God, yeah, I had that in my notes too.
It's like it's a magic carpet that only goes to the catacombs. It's like
that's it.
It's a one-way ticket to the catacombs, and they talk about how it's their dumping ground. That like they just put things on it that they don't want to deal with anymore, and it just dumps it into the catacombs.
Exactly, because Darlington's like, I don't know if really that's where I want to put my mom.
Yeah,
like
should we just put the bodies on the magic carpet?
It's like I know in a magic carpet. Like I mean, who doesn't think of Aladdin? I mean, come on.
I think of Steppenwolf, but
okay,
yeah,
I'm in a whole new world. Did you catch that? Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Oi. Yeah, that would be amazing to kind of have.
Oh my God. I would abuse the hell out of that thing. I would just be like, there you go, and there you go, and there you go, bye-bye.
I would trick some people into getting on it with me and just be like,
all
okay,
your exes, like oh my gosh, I love you so much. Can you just step on this thing? Bye.
Bye. Exactly. Just step right there. It's not weird there's an X mark there. I promise you.
Hold on tight.
Bye. Stay safe. Oh, that is fun. Yeah, I love the...
It was such like a 2-liner thing. It wasn't like a big, but like...
It was neat to hear.
It was a fun visual in my head of just like piling things on it and like...
just dumping all of the things you don't need and don't want. And it's not like you're disposing of them.
Like when you're going...
You can go back and get them.
Like when you're cleaning out your house, like that's the worst because you're like, there's trash and then there's like something like donate and whatever. And it's like such a pain in the butt, but to just be like, there you go.
And you can go back and get it. And it's not even like, I mean, it's in the catacombs. I mean, it's not taking up space.
So do you, like if you wanted something from the catacombs, would you like give the magic carpet a directive? Like,
I think that's the, well, I think you had to go on it. Don't you? Yeah, I think you have to get on it and it takes you to the catacombs. And then, but like, that's it. It's just...
Well, maybe
because there was a flaw.
It would be fun to go dig in the catacombs to see what people left.
Oh yeah, that's probably like this huge, like it's a dumping ground of like everyone's random stuff
illegal
they don't need.
Things.
Yeah,
things that you want to disappear.
Right. I mean, who knows what you could find there? That's like
maybe treasure.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, it's another person's treasure. Another person's trash is whatever. Yeah.
Wow, you did that well.
It's kind of like me telling jokes.
You are so...
I'm so horrible
you're
at...
so eloquent.
Thanks. I try to put my words together. But yeah, and I thought the funny part actually about that was like they could change it to like not going to the catacombs, but no one in this age knows how to do it. The only people that would have were the people that probably created it, which is another random interesting thing that Lee came up with. And I really wonder where she got it. Because I mean, I think it was fun, all the like random objects that have magical like qualities to just come up with that. It's kind of like, I would love to be able to do that. It's kind of like the person that comes up with Crayola colors.
Oh my gosh. Or like the OPI nail polish colors. Those are the best.
Those are so fun. So, yeah. Well, we're going to have to go to the catacombs. Next vacay.
Holiday.
Want to go shopping?
Bring your big tote bag.
Yes. And wear a hat.
Bring a sweater.
Ooh. So that's, oh my gosh, that's Hellbent.
I know, that's all of it.
That's what she wrote.
That's crazy.
That is all she wrote. And in our special Barnes & Noble edition, we've got
handwriting we can't read.
We can't read, exactly. I mean, maybe that's what we'll do when I come back. We will try to go through that. It might not be a bad idea.
Well,
I mean, possibly. We'll figure it out. And that will be a surprise for you all because it'll be a surprise for us. What's going to happen? And anyways, we are taking a little bit break.
Yes.
A little. Okay, I'm going to stop talking almost. But then, so October 6th is when we come back. We're taking a break. We love you all. It's been fantastic. Don't forget.
Words are hard.
Yes, words are very hard. October is our Grisha-versary month.
Whoop, whoop.
So get ready for your cosplay. And make sure to like our YouTube and all of our fantastic shenanigans. So, but yes, we will love you. We'll miss you for just a small little bit, but we'll be back in October. So, okay. Love you all. Long live the Grisha-verse.
Like, we're at the end of the hour, so my voice is a little husky. A+.
No mourners.
No funerals.
This has been GrishaCast. Connect with us on the web at GrishaCast.com. Send an email to info@GrishaCast.com.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok.
At GrishaCast. And thank you to our amazing staff, Chris, Michelle, Alex, Brenda. Woo.